What's happening? How are you doing today? Thank you so much for being here. I am Chris, and this is Cool Cars with Chris. Yeah, you clicked on the right show at the right time, and on today's fantastic episode, we're heading back over to Willow Springs to have a conversation with the head honcho himself, Jeffrey Willerth of Z Club of America. And look, if you are listening to this in an audio podcast, hey, that's fantastic. I love audio podcasting. But if you want to see everything that's happening in this episode right here, right now, then you got to head over to the YouTube channel, Cool Cars with Chris, or you can follow us on Spotify. Both those places will be the video version of this episode. But don't you worry. You can still listen to the episode in any podcast app of your choosing. Keep on keeping on. Jeff came on the show today because he is one of the founding members of Z Club of America, the official Z Club of America. Check that out. So we're talking about racing, his race cars, his Datsun 240Zs and his 240Z, which is a full-blown race car. We're going to be talking about that and all kinds of good, fun stuff there at Willow Springs. So with that, let's roll. Okay, we are with the man of the show, Jeff. Yeah, the big Mr. Big Time here. Jeff, thank you for showing on the show, man. We really appreciate this.
More than anything, we appreciate having you guys here. This is really awesome. It's so fundamentally important that someone capture what happens here, and then even better when they can turn it into something that's, a great podcast that everybody else, just enjoys doing and being part of.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you first off for inviting us up here. This has been great. It's quite a trek away from San Diego, coming all the way over here, but it's well worth it, man. I've never been to Willow Springs. The first time even being here. I've heard of this place. I've seen it in movies, seen it on YouTube a bunch, but being here, it's taking it all in. It's kind of like breathtaking, and of course, also getting a chance to actually race on or take the car on the track.
How about that, huh? I think that we make these parade laps available during the lunch break when the race organization takes their official lunch break. That's when we seize the track and we get our opportunity to go out there, as you guys got to do. And I got to tell you, I think that is the key motivator for people even coming out, because they get their one chance to take their street car or even their race car out onto the track and have a blast with it. So,
but aside from that, how would somebody take a car out on the track? Like, what's the rules behind that? How would you get to do that? Like a normal person.
So relative to how it happens here?
Yeah.
Yeah, at this place, it's actually pretty simple. Well, we just we have your cars don't have to go through tech inspection and all those kinds of classical things that you would think race cars need to. If you just showed up with your street car, your seatbelt works, your tires are round, and you don't seem to be pissing oil all over the place.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
Please wear a seatbelt, but you don't need your helmets and all that stuff. And yes, you can have passengers on board, so that makes it even more fun. But I don't know, let me ask you the question. How was that experience for you?
It was great. I was shifting to the gears and I was hitting some of the turns kind of tight to see what the car could do. I wasn't drifting like that, but I was definitely I was hitting some of the, especially that elevation peak where you go up and you go down, you hit that turn and go up that, peak and then around the corner. If you're going really fast, if you're actually in a racing car, in a racing situation, I can see where you might get a little motion sickness.
Yeah, you get some G's. Yeah,
you get some G's going on.
I feel like, Laguna Seca always gets credited with the corkscrew and everything, but that elevation change going up and then down there is, it's just as like...
Was that your first time?
It was, absolutely, yeah.
You're no longer newbies. Welcome to the club.
No newbies, yeah.
Oh, man, this is great. So how long has the Z Club of America been around?
So Z Club of America was established in 1971 by Joe Casella.
That's like right after the car came out.
That is exactly correct. Yeah. And we immediately, Joe has always been, he had racing in his blood, and so there was no sense in just talking about how cool your street Z was at that time. Just like, let's go to the track and see what this little thing will do for us. So that's how that started. And so immediately he grabbed a bunch of people and they ran off to Lime Rock Park in Connecticut and started doing our events there. And we just called them driver education programs at that time. There was no, we didn't have any big names for it like we do today and stuff like that. But the idea was like, here's your opportunity to go really push your 240Z to its max and not have to worry about the cops chasing you or breaking you, or anything like that. And it also gave the drivers, all of us, just a better education, because now you're on the track driving and you're learning how to trail brake, you're learning how to turn and where to brake, where not to brake, and what gears to be, and how to stay out of trouble, and so it was just a great learning lesson, and it became from the very beginning.
And it almost sounds like driving, like Corvette driving school. We hear a lot about that. Where,
yeah.
It was like an early driving school for that.
Exactly was. We went on for a few more years, or more than almost 2 decades, really. And then things started to peter off because the newer Zs weren't as exciting. They weren't as cool as the 240 and the 260 and the 280. The 300s, we appreciate them now, but they were more luxury cars. So
I remember the 300, the Z31, the 85, 84, 300 ZX.
Yeah.
It went full blown Star Trek mode with digital everything. It was all that was a big theme in the 80s, was this whole digital everything, digital watches and digital gauges and just digital everything. Went super over the top of that kind of stuff. Which is kind of fun, I guess. It's kind of quirky, I guess, but I don't think it's anything.
it was the future happening.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't ready for it.
Right. It's got to show how future tech our car can get, kind of thing. It's almost like a Tesla does today with stuff,
So we just, the club started to lose Z owners at these events. So eventually, as time went on, we wound up saying, okay, there's only Joe Casella's Z and my Z were the only 2 Z showing up for a Z event.
Yeah.
But we also were already inviting the Corvettes and the
Okay, because I saw here there was other cars here today. There's the Porsches and there's some BMWs and so I thought it was a Japanese only, but I guess not. Or is it?
Well,
everybody's included, kind of thing.
Well, yes and no. So we're in partnership with VARA, the Vintage Auto Racing Association. That's who puts on this day for us, and it's the first race weekend for them of their season. Mm-hmm. It all starts right here. So when they 4 years ago now, they came up with the idea that they were going to take they had several Japanese race cars here, a lot of Datsuns and a couple others. And somebody came up with this idea that said, hey, let's do it All Japan Showdown.
Yeah.
And just call it, and see what it is. So they posted it online, and I saw the post instantly, and I immediately called them and said, whatever you guys are doing up there, I want to be a part of it. Z Club of America will be up there. What do you want to do? I don't care. You want to buy the trophy? I'll buy the trophies. Okay, great. So, that's at least how I got season 1, my first year I was enthusiast happening. And it was really just my wife and I came up and did a really bad job of handing out trophies because new to us. But we got that through. And then the second year we came back, we had a little more, they called us again, this time, 2 months ahead and said, hey, in 2 months we're going to do this. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, sure. I can pull it together. Let me see how many people I can get to come out. And we did better. We had 150 or something like that. I don't know. It was some, and then the next year, which is, season 3 or time, the third year, then all of a sudden I had partnered with 4 other clubs. So we had 5 Z clubs for the Southern California area that are all working together harmoniously. And I love these guys. They love me. We all work out together. It's zero hassle. And the benefit is we have a membership base that it's easy for us to call. And that's why you really have so many Nissan products and Z products, Datsuns here. Yeah. It's because we're just the dominant force in terms of club membership and club vitality.
Yeah.
So if you go into SoCal area and you try to find the Honda guys and the Subaru guys and the Isuzu guys and all the Scions, they're all out there, but they're in these little pockets. They're organized clubs that are meeting on a regular basis and are building a membership base and that sort of stuff. So that really all takes us up to today, and the fact that now this is our 4th year, and so it really helps us. We got a little bit of a pattern going now. We know what to expect. We know where we can start tweaking things to make it a little bit better.
Is it here every single year around the same time?
Yeah. We did, again, because this is the inaugural event for VARA.
Okay.
That makes it easy for us. So we're, again, in partnership with them.
So in March of every year, you just give me your...
The last weekend, typically.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's really cool, just because I when I had my Z, I had a 300ZX Z32, and I was a part of the San Diego Z Club.
Yeah. I gotta join the Z Club to begin with. I gotta get a Z Club going or something.
I tell you, dude, that hat sparkles on you.
Oh, does it now? I think it does.
We got to make a...
Yeah.
We're going to go date him.
hey, I am single, so if you know any ladies, let me know.
Oh, okay.
I do a Z now, so... Is that part of a dating app must have a Z? Is that part of
the starter pack?
I have a Z. Why wouldn't you want me?
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Hey, speaking of Zs, what kind of Z do you have?
So I have those 2 guys right over there. Does this camera see that or no?
It can't. No, I don't think it will, but we'll just
we got some B-roll for it.
So yeah, I have those 2 cars. Those are my 2 80s. The one.
What years?
The blue car here is a 1970, early 74 260Z. So it's really
260. Those are kind of rare.
Yeah, well, yeah, a little bit.
You don't hear too many about them.
Different, you know, the ones that had that first year early break. So I think I'm August of 74.
Yeah.
So that made it really cool. But anyway, I had it. I had this back east when I worked for Skip Barber Racing School back in then, and I left that company and I came out to work in California. I get here, and within no time, somebody steals the car.
No way.
Gone for a year.
Yeah.
I went off and got a Porsche 924, and I was driving around in that.
Oh, those are fun.
And yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. So then all of a sudden, a year later, the cops call me and they go, "Hey, dude, do you missing a car?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah." And they go like, "Well, we have your car." And I thought for sure it was already in parts, and
Right, really.
long gone,
Yeah.
They're like, "No, we have your car here." Okay, so
Yeah.
cool. So I got it and I brought it home and I said, "Oh, this is wonderful. What am I going to do with it now?" Because I got other. I don't.
Was it pretty much in the state that it
Yes,
was?
they didn't damage a thing hardly. It was
Wow.
ridiculous. So.
Wow, that's kind of rare.
So very much so. But I already had it in my mind. I had already been a racer boy and that sort of thing. So I was just trying to find myself, I said, okay, there was the ITS class at the time in SCCA racing. And that was where, you take essentially a street Model Z. You're allowed to make some modifications to it and then you'd be competitive and you could go out and race. That was my intention. Then life gets in the way. The car winds up in storage units, spends almost 3 decades in storage, just sitting there. And finally, I was having a conversation with an old high school buddy and telling him about all my successes proudly. And he says to me, "What do you do for fun, dude?"
Right.
Like, I can't answer that question. He goes, "Do you still have that Z?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And he said, "Well, get it out and start working on it. You'll be happy. That'll be wonderful. You'll make all of it."
Yeah.
So sure enough, that only took, I think, 15 years.
Yeah.
Eventually, nut by nut, bolt by bolt, eventually, I was able to put that car back together.
Wow.
And it's today was its first day on a race.
Oh, wow. For real.
First day on its race.
Well, how did you do out there today?
I really felt great about it.
Nice.
I do. Little things. I'm like, okay, just the brakes. That wasn't quite as
Right,
The clutch
right.
is a little too high. I should probably pull that down a little bit. But overall, it's really, it's got a wonderful Rob's Performance Motorsports engine in it that Rob built for me. It's a 240 engine that I put in that one. And it's built. It's
nice.
not like crazy race car build. It's built. So that's
How many horsepower are you thinking on that thing now?
I haven't been on
Okay.
with it yet.
Okay. Well, I know the stock doesn't like about 150 or so.
Yeah, well, yeah, they'll say that. So I would say that's probably the right, that 150 area is probably where I am. And then the one next to it, the red, white, and blue car, that's a 1972 240Z that was turned into a full SCCA race car in the mid-'80s.
Oh, nice.
And so it had its long journey. I've got a couple of the books to go with it to, show me what its history was. But it really doesn't paint a picture accurate enough to really have, like I can be articulate about its history. And it was pretty beat up when I got it. Yeah. So I've had it now for 5 years, and I was able to take the car and kind of undo the stuff that we did back in the 80s and the 90s. The welding sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do what you do. So I just made a bunch of improvements, totally redid the inside, totally redid the transmission, totally wound up doing a whole new engine. Again, another Rob's Motorsport RPM motor. It's a beast now. And so we're in the 200 range because it has been on a dyno. And so, it's always a little more tweaking. You just never...
There's always something. There's always something. There's always something.
So tomorrow I'm going to take it on the track for the test, for the track day that we have here, which is the second part of the All Japan Showdown. And that should be fun. I'll see if I've made any progress over the winter by a little tweaking and playing around. Or
Is it not street legal? I don't think, are they?
totally not street legal.
Okay, so you
kind of.
so you have to take it to a track to get anything done to it.
My life is dragging a trailer everywhere I go now.
I almost thought about bringing my car on a trailer and bringing it out with my truck. I thought about it. I'm like, let's take it for a road trip. Let's see if we can make it work. We'll load the car up and see if we can get out here as is. And sure enough, she made it all the way out here from San Diego.
Yeah.
Of
course they make it.
Yeah, those cars, they're rated to go, seeing your cars go, I don't know how many miles on those things, but what they've been through, it's about to be a lot.
Yeah.
And they last for a long time if they kept up.
Well, it's like anything, as long as you take care of it, it'll, be good to your tools, and your tools will be good to you. It's that sort of scenario.
So all the cars here, what's your favorite?
So that's my
you've seen?
so the red, white, and blue one. That's
Oh.
the 7th Z that I've owned in my life.
7.
7, yeah. Doo-doo. Problem.
Well, when you're hooked, you're hooked.
Venom is in you.
This is my second Z, so I guess I'm trying to catch up to you.
No, you're. Please don't.
No.
You're a smart boy. Don't mess that up.
I don't know. We'll see how it
Don't listen
goes.
to Jeffrey.
But all the Z's though, like somebody's like, wow, look at that one. Oh wow, look at that one. Oh wow, look at that car. Oh, there's a GT40. Check that out. Oh, there's a Viper. Check that out. You know, there's like so many crazy things here. I guess it's like you kind of see some of the stuff at Cars and Coffee, but not so much. Because here you got like the trailer cars, the cars that come off a trailer, like your cars that obviously you can't drive to Cars and Coffee.
Yeah.
So you have to trailer them wherever you go.
Yeah.
You don't see those kind of things at a Cars and Coffee.
Although they're starting to kind of do that randomly.
Oh, are they
like when
now?
they're like trade bringing car. Mostly it's like cars that are getting delivered somewhere else, like on the route. And they're like, we'll just stop into Rancho Santa Fe and bring this McLaren or whatever. But yeah, usually not necessarily like straight race cars like that. So
But it's pretty nuts here, though. It's so much fun, though, driving on the course. You got a chance driving the course, too.
Yeah.
I did. I appreciate you guys for letting me kind of sneak in the last little group there. No, I mean it was awesome. It was even at the the relatively slower speed. You feel the corners.
Yes.
You feel like what it really even that bank on the first corner coming around, like you really feel what that feels like. And so it was really cool. I got the itch now to really
good.
really get out there and try out some track days for sure.
Excellent. Oh, my job is done.
Yeah.
Other than your car.
Too happy, Bubba. That's all. I scored.
Yeah.
Other than your two cars here, where you see any other cars you're like, catch your eye, like, oh, I like that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, like I don't think there's a single race car. So first off, like I'm not a street car guy. I'm just
Okay.
super not. I'm just I don't know why, but no. The Armada is my beast and it's my tow vehicle.
Yeah.
So that's what it gets used for.
I got my eye on one of those, by the way. Yeah, I got two kids, thinking about the third.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're at that point. Armada, QX80.
This is my second Armada. So
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, and the new one is really, really nice.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's worth the money. Though.
well, no car. I don't think most cars, new cars today, yeah, it's crazy.
Love that. That would be really cool, but you didn't. The tow package is still the same, and the
Yeah.
performance is still relatively same.
Oh, what is the tow package on the Armada?
8,500.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
I think my F-150 is like 10. I somewhere around there. I don't know. I've never taken it that far, but like I said, I think I towed my car out there with the F-150, but. I got the V. I think a V8 in that thing. Okay. Did they know they had a turbo?
The new one is a turbo.
Yeah, everybody's going turbo V6s these days. All the trucks. Yeah, when I bought my F-150, I got the Coyote V8 in my truck. So yeah, I like the V8.
But I don't think there's a race car on this track right now that I wouldn't like to Jones in to get in.
Oh yeah.
Somebody said,
Oh, yeah.
"Would you like to?" Yes.
Even for a ride.
Yeah.
What sucks though, all these cars, they can't do rides in them because you don't have the passenger seats in a lot of these. I noticed they're all driver. I want to go for a ride. Oh, I can't.
Yeah. All right.
But Jeff, this has been so much fun having you here, and thank you for inviting us over here, man. This has been such a treat.
Thank you is really what's necessary because I wouldn't have this content being created if it wasn't for you guys.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
watching your shows. That's why I called you.
Yeah.
Dude, you're really cool, and you know cars. You should call it cars that are cool or cool cars. So no, he already had that down. It was already.
So I bought the Z. I got to come now.
See, yeah.
Yeah, that cemented it for sure.
See, that's the venom. I'm telling you, it's out there. Be careful. It's like COVID.
Well, it is. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate
Excellent, brother. Thank you guys so much for all of the races. You were really great.
it.